soon as it does, we'll jump off.
One time I just got noticed, YouTube is on.
All right, so we're live. Let's go ahead and minimize that. I want to take the first few minutes to welcome everybody. And if there are anybody new, just those who are new, just unmute and introduce yourself and where you're from. And after we're done, we'll go ahead and get started.
Greetings. My name is Ibrahim Toure, and I'm with.
Greetings, I'm Anu.
And we're in Baltimore, Maryland presently. And we're looking forward to developing and growing. So I thank you for the opportunity to learn how to develop ourselves and change our mindset and financial situation.
Roger that.
I'm Mary Gosha. I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. So I want to take this opportunity to start things off with an update with a promise delivered. Now, before I do that, I wanted to track back just a little bit from last call. There was a lot of information given on that call. So if you haven't had a chance to check it, you want to go to YouTube under my name, and you will see 5 videos that I just put up, which are going on the website. So that'll give you a lot of information real quick. You can start watching those right now. That's the instructions. That's the video side of it. I had to upload them first before I could put them on the website. But prior to those 5 videos is the presentation call, which I'm also going to put on the website, just to give newcomers somewhere local. When you go to the website, there will be the introduction, and it may go right on the front page underneath the video that's there now. The one that's there now basically gives you an understanding of what a promise delivered is and kind of how it works. One of my pet peeves about this whole process is privacy. And for some odd reason, we have been conditioned to think that privacy doesn't matter anymore. Well, I've always been big on privacy and big on my business, your business. So I will never, and I can use that word because I've chosen not to, completely describe how it works. And there's specific reasons, of course, for theft and all this other stuff that you see happen online. But mainly because I made a promise to the creator that helped me design it, that I wouldn't disclose it to anyone except for the people that need to see it, which is the programmer. He would be and is the only one that knows how it works. As far as how things are going to go here in a very, very near future, our prayers have definitely been answered. And I wanted to give you the opportunity to understand something. Underwriting was complete and a promise delivered passed. Just one woo.
Congratulations, Latala.
I'm about to
Woo-hoo!
come on, y'all.
Thank you,
Right.
Heavenly
Yeah.
Father above.
Awesome,
Hear me
awesome, awesome.
unmuted. Awesome.
Thank you,
Yes,
thank
Praise
you.
God.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
God
what
is
we,
good.
that's what we've been
Thank
waiting for.
Woo!
That's what
That's
we've
what
been
we've been
waiting
waiting for.
Thank you,
for.
thank you.
I was afraid to unmute. I didn't know if we were allowed
I
to
know.
at this point.
I know.
Well, I
This
didn't say
time it's
nothing.
okay. Now you can mute back.
Okay, all right.
All right. So the moment that I and all of you have been waiting for was basically answered today at 3:00. He texted. I actually was texting him to find out what's going on, and he texted me. It was one of those when I sent it, he sent, and it literally the second he got that, I got the answer. And we had a really good laugh about it. He's like, I was writing you when you was writing me, because as soon as you sent it, I sent it to you. It was perfect. It couldn't have been a better moment. But he went over a lot of the stuff that is involved with that, and I had no idea that there was so much. And now I see why it did take 4.5, 5 days. They check everything. When I tell you they check everything, his company was checked twice. Mine was checked. They pulled my articles of incorporation. They pulled my driver's license. They pulled, I think they pulled my social as well, and my credit. They pulled everything just on a promise delivered. His was countless because he's actually involved in a lot of stuff, and it was all built into one. So, like I said, they allowed us, his company allowed us to ride with them because they're actually looking at our program. Now, I'm going to let that sink in for a minute. And I know you don't know who the company is, but I'm going to tell you some of it. Just know that this company that our programmer is with deals with industrial I guess you could call it industrial textile, which means they put companies in countries and allow the people to work for them. They put millions of people into checking accounts, savings accounts, IRAs. They do all that kind of stuff, but they code it all. They keep all of the records. Now, what does that mean for this little tiny program over here on the left called a promise delivered? Well, what it means is that we are wrapped with a $3.8 million insurance policy. Yeah. 3.8. What that means is we will literally have access to 300,000 people a day that are looking for crypto. They're looking for wallets, that are looking for accounts, that are looking for an opportunity that can be trusted. This company is going to put us on their page. Us. There's 300,000 a day on their page every day. So with that being said, a shortage of people we will not have. Now, I have to say this, and I really, really want you to follow what I'm about to ask you. And that is, put out of your mind anything that has to do with not having enough. Put it out of your mind forever. Forever. It's done. There is no more lack in your life. What I would rather you do is start looking at what you can do for others. Because money is going to be the last thing you'll ever think about. The next step for A Promise Delivered and the company and programmer is banking. Now, I told you that we would have some surprises. Well, I'm going to let you have one of them right now. This company is also an international banking conglomerate. Now, I'm going to let that sink in for a minute.
Wow. Woo, 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 woo. Wow.
They deal with,
Unbelievable.
they deal with the money
Amazing.
that goes through every country left of us. Every country. They deal with digital, now watch this, digital banking arrangements that we will be built into their system. $300,000 people a day are going to see us as one of their, hey, go over here, get set up with them, then come back to us. Our banking is going to be through one of the biggest bank systems that is already set up for QFS, already set up. They have a Web3 department. Remember, I was telling you, Web3s are debit cards, crypto debit cards, or any debit card that is on your phone. When you get the picture of the card on your phone and you can go up to the thing and tap it and pay for stuff, that's called a Web3 card. They have an entire building that is dedicated to their Web3 card. Notice I said their Web3 card. Now remember, we are backed by Solana. Now we're getting ready to get backed by one of the biggest digital bankers in the world. When I tell you, it's in the name. If you just say the name of it, our name is A Promise Delivered. I couldn't have set this up any better. The only one that could set it up like it's being set up is the creator, period. It is going to be flawless, provided you follow instructions and get out of this mindset that I don't have enough. You don't if you say you don't. That's simple attraction. If you attract lack, you will have it all on your back. Yeah, that's right, I'm rapping. So what I would say to you all tonight and the next night and the next night and the next night is get ready because it's coming. One of the biggest hurdles was getting through underwriting. They approved it. There's nothing stopping us now. The only thing that's going to stop us is those who don't follow instruction. Now, I spent the better part of today, what time did I get here? About 12 o'clock? Yeah. I spent the better part of today, this afternoon, because I got off early because it's raining over here. You know, construction, once it's raining, you're off, which was a blessing because I got a lot done. If, like I said earlier at the beginning of the call, if you go to the YouTube channel, you're going to see 5 brand new videos. Those are the instructions. Now, is that the only instruction? No. Under each of those videos is going to be the written, script of that video. Some people like to read information and they can follow better that way. So I decided to do that on the website. Now, I did have somebody look at my website and these individuals say, well, it's not this, it's not that, it doesn't have the bells and whistles. And I just listened to the individual and they said, well, go to www and I'll show you a website. I said, okay, well, cool. I'll go look at it. They gave it to me. I went. It's just, your basic website. That was polished. I will give them that. But if you look at, I think the easiest one to compare it to would be if you've ever gone to Trezor website. If you go to Trezor's website, you have the splits, the pages are real smooth. You can tell different websites, it's in the eye. And they basically talked all about my little website. And, at first I felt some kind of way about it. And I said, well, maybe I have to go get a professional do it so it looks like something. Then I had to stop and give myself the apple tree switch, because that's not what I was told. I was given the vision, I was given the directions to create what I created, and that's what it's going to be. The website is the website. It's not going to change from what you see. The only thing that's going to change is more information is going to go on it. Everybody's website should not look like everybody else's website. Ours happens to look like it does, and it's going to grow tonight because I'm going to put all those videos and the script on there. There's going to be a page dedicated to requesting and sending links. There's going to be a request at the top for everybody that comes in. They have to request a link, and at the bottom of that same page is where you would send your link back in, or the next page, because one is for one thing, one is the other. So I'm going to continue creating that website the way I see fit for this venture, this project, this family. And I'm not going to allow anybody else to step in and try to crush my dream. I'm not going to do it. So the next thing that I wanted to touch on is patience. And there is already 5 people that lost patience, or I understand it's a physical or financial thing. And they're already starting to drop off of the Jumpstart. Now, that's going to hurt you. If you're not active when we launch, which is really not far off now, it could happen tomorrow. It could happen 2 days from now. You're going to miss a lot of commissions from Team Royal because you're not active. Remember, when you're not active, your commissions go to the person above or the next person that is. So the whole reason I did Jumpstart is so that all of you that did participate can be that first. There's 121 or 174, I have to look again, on there that will be able to say great things about the launch of A Promise Delivered. Those testimonies are going to go on the website. So we don't want you to miss out. And I understand, it's tight out here and it's very difficult, but these are words of the past. Let me be the first to tell you. If anybody in this family is talking about, I don't have, I'm going to be very upset. Simply because you have every option to get into 2 platforms that is going to take care of you for the rest of your life. If you're going to allow old habits step in the way of that, then it's your own fault. Okay, I'm not here to blame. I'm not pointing fingers. But like I said, I was waiting, you were waiting for that information that came today. So now we all know that we passed. We all know that the next step is banking. They own the bank. So there is no issue there. The next thing is whose names goes on the card. Okay? We're getting ready to take off. Now, what I want to say before that happens, and I don't have a date just yet, but I will, because like I said, that was one of the last hurdles. When I have a date, it is going to be a date where we all get on this call. I can hold up to 300 people now. If I need to increase it, I will. But on the day that they give me the approval to put this first 75 in, I would like to have everybody on the call. I want the energy of everybody that's part of this family on this call. Even if you have to dial in, mute it, and just set it down. Just because you dialed in, your energy is coming through that phone into the platform. That's called energy support. I feed off of it, and so does the Promise Delivered. The more support I have, the better we will be. Now, there's some things I need to clear up, and I want to make sure that everybody that's on the call tonight, 161 of you or 51, they get my peepers to see. 162, missed by one. I want to go over what is expected of you and what is expected of A Promise Delivered and Team Royal. There's two platforms. And I'm going to slow everybody down again and start pointing at A Promise Delivered. And I want everybody to think just like this. Just put the thought in your head. A Promise Delivered has 12 grades. First grade all the way up to 12th grade. Each grade has a royalty that comes to you in either shopping. You can shop in the back office and all the brand stores. I'm going to get them all now because of who I'm connected to. All they have to do is send our name and they'll come on as a sponsor for products in our back office. Crazy. Remember, they're connected to every store in the world. Gucci, all of them. They're connected to all of them. Jeeps, Chrysler, Maybachs, they're connected way out there, way out there. And we will have access to that sponsorship. And those sponsors are going to be in the back office. We have a little teeny piece of a pie so big you can't see the other side. Now imagine trying to eat that. So each grade has a royalty that comes to you. You have a choice. You have a choice of 3 options. First option, shop with that level. So let's say, I'm just going to pick on first graders, kindergarten, first grade, ABC, 1, 2, 3. You're going to get 50. It's called US, but it's not dollars. It's all cryptocurrency. The whole thing is crypto. But the value is $50. Okay, I have to say it like that so we start thinking like that. It's not $50. Yes, the website says 50 US dollars. Yes, it does. But this is why I'm talking to you. And this is why I'm recording this, because it's going to wind up on the website. It is a value of $50 US. By the time you decide what you're going to do with it, let's say you withdraw it. You're going to withdraw it to either a wallet of your choice, Exodus, Trust, whatever wallet you want to use. It's completely up to you. You have all the freedom. Now, you're going to hear that word a lot tonight. You're going to have the freedom to put it on whatever wallet you want. All right? 50 US. If you have a crypto debit card, which my babies, they have crypto debit cards, they have wallets, and guess what else they have? Banks in their own company. So how sweet is that? Anyway, I'm telling you, it's getting better and better all night. You can send it to your crypto debit card because it has an address. Okay. So you could pull it down from the back office and send it straight to your crypto debit card, and you can go to the store and get a pair of sneakers, or go to the movies and watch a couple movies, or go to whatever. The crypto debit card is what you're going to use to shop with. Your phone is going to be the other device that you're going to shop with, because you can pull up the Web3 card. You can also put in a Web3 card into shopping. You put it in just like a regular debit card, and you put it in and say buy, and it's going to purchase whatever it is you're buying. Because a crypto debit card is spending cryptocurrency like cash. Okay? So these items you need to have before I launch. You have to have, not need, you have to have them. A wallet, a crypto debit card of your choice. One will be provided because they have that. A cell phone that you have wallets on. You can put Trust Wallet, Exodus, whoever, all wallets can go on your phone because it's basically a computer and you can work it that way. Then you're also going to get some type of bank. The banks that you choose are your freedom choice. You have the freedom to pick the bank that you own. Now, let me back that up a second. I said the bank that you own. I didn't say Chase. I didn't say Wells Fargo and all them other guys. I said your bank that you have at the house, that you have access to. And you don't have to ask anybody nothing to spend what you're going to spend. The new era, if you haven't caught on yet, is that you will have total financial freedom. Now, does that mean you can hide money and do stupid things? No. You still have to pay some sort of tax, which you want to pay a tax. We've been conditioned to think that you're not supposed to pay a tax, but you are. A single tax, not tax on the water, tax on the car, on the swimming pool, on the grass, or whatever else you get. That's silly tax. But we all have to put something in the pot to make sure the roads are good, the schools are good, and all this other thing, infrastructure. But it has to be done correctly. So to think for a second that you're not supposed to pay any taxes is wrong. But to think not having to pay all of these taxes is right, is actually illegal. But again, they have to prove it, and so do we. You can't just say it and make it so. That's Star Trek. But my point here is this. I would like for you to get out of the mindset of lack first. That's the first one. I don't have enough. If you keep saying that, you won't. The second thing I want you to do is think of 4 things all the time. Number 1, a wallet to put your resources in. Number 2, a crypto debit card so you can go shopping when you want to and purchase whatever you want, because most of these crypto debit cards hold up to $100,000. So you could literally go buy a car on your card. Next thing, most of you already have it, but you don't know how to use it. And that doesn't mean you don't know how to make a phone call. This phone is just as powerful as all 4 of these items. The single phone can do everything that's on this table all by itself, if you know how to do it. And the 4th thing, like I said, is a bank. You become a bank owner. And this, I think a lot of you, some of you got it, some of you don't. some of you, this is the first time you're hearing this information because you're new to my call. I try to share information that we all need. I don't fluff. There's no need to. And I tell the truth. If you've never heard of owning a bank before, then you're in the old school and you need to come out of there or you're going to get a whooping. You have the freedom to own your own bank. I have one in my hand. As a matter of fact, I have 2 banks. I own 2 banks. How about that? And you have to think of them just like that. I own 2 banks. So when you say things like that, before we had this conversation, it would be like, wow, you own 2 banks? You're rich. You're super rich. You got 2 banks. Yeah. If we're talking about the old school brick and mortar bank, because those are 100 million just to have it. But now, the evolution of money that is happening right in front of you, a lot of you don't even see it happen. It's funny to me because I saw it back 2013, but I'm actually witnessing it now. That's why I can teach on it, because I've been thinking about it since then. You are coming into the digital age. The 4 things that I just held up are all digital. They're all digital. There's no paper in between. You didn't see me say that you could put this or that kind of paper into these things. You heard me saying numbers, but holding up devices. You already know you're off of the SWIFT system if you're paying attention to your money. You've been off the SWIFT system for 6 years now. Nobody told you though. It's okay. I don't have license to give financial advice. It's just my opinion. I haven't said that in a while. I got to say it tonight because I'm talking about these guys. But you have to get familiar with these 4 things, and I need you to get familiar with them yesterday. Because when I launch, I won't be accessible because I'm going to be way too busy. So this is the time to ask questions, get straight, get on top of it. It's really short now because when he calls me back, it's going to be to put stuff together. Okay, the banking is nothing. It's just setting up accounts and putting names on. And then we launch. I told you that it would be done before the end of this month. Did I not say that? I also said when I cut off my beard and got into a new mindset and appearance so that I could be in front of a camera somewhere, that would bring it through. Did I not say that? Here we are. Here we are. So tonight, I just wanted to go over those things. I'm going to jump into Q&A in just a minute. And there's a few more things that I want to touch on before I go any further. Like I said, 12 steps, you're going to have income on all 12 steps. That royalty is considered income, but it's not payment. Okay, it's a royalty. Once you become a subscriber, then it's shares, still royalties. Now, everybody is jumping up and down about the $150 for Team Royal. And I get it. I understand. If you don't have it, you don't have it. It is what it is. But what I want to make sure, and I want to make 100% sure and clear to everybody, Team Royal is a monthly obligation. We are going to have a lot of people come in through A Promise Delivered, and it's going to fill up Team Royal. I told these guys that I haven't done anything yet. They jumped all up and down, about 174 people. Jumped up and down. Broke all the records in the company. What's going to happen when we launch? And we're putting in 150 300 a day. Now, a promise delivered is going to make sure you have what you need to take care of any obligation. Okay? It's going to start at 50 and it's going to end at 9,000 and everything in between. If you want to know exactly, if you go to the website, apromisedeliveredllc.com, and watch the video. It's on the front page. Watch the video. Because everybody is forgetting that a promise delivered has royalty. That's going to end you being able to say lack. I don't have. It's going to squash that for the rest of your life. Put a thumbtack in it and mash it through your teeth. You won't be able to say that again ever if you follow direction. So when we're over here looking, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it, you won't. You won't. So stop blocking yourself and speak into what you will have. Because if you truly believe in the power of the Creator, if you speak it and stand behind it, it will be provided. Every time. May not be when you want it, but I assure you it will be delivered. Look behind me. For 6 years, 6 years, I stayed in a 6x9 room. No, I take that back. 9x10. 9 feet across by 10 feet across. Deep. It was just enough room for one bed and a TV. 6 years. Look behind me. 3 bedroom, 3 bath, brand new house. So when I tell you, if you truly believe in the word and you state and fully state it and say, I will have, it will be given. You just have to be patient. I said, I think it was right before I went to Costa Rica, trying to help somebody else launch a platform, and I got left in a foreign country with nothing. I slept on a metal folding chair in an office for 29 days. No money, no food. My sisters had to send me money so that I could eat. Trying to help somebody else launch. I believed in more in it than they did. I should have took the time to do my own and we'd be launched already. But sometimes you have to go through something to learn something. You have to hit rock bottom so you can stand up. Because when you're at rock bottom, there's only one place to go. Up. You don't have to go all the way to the clouds. You're going to feel like it once these royalties start hitting. Once you have all the bills paid and you're still receiving something. Once Team Royal starts clocking in $150, $200 a day times 3. Some of you, like myself, only make $600, $700 a week. Imagine that a day. Every day. So, again, everything happens for a reason. There's no coincidences. It was supposed to happen right now because I spoke it. I chose to tell everybody, don't worry, you're going to have it. before the end of the month. So you can make the 150 payment. Now, some of them hit early. I don't have full and total 100% control. But you have to stand behind your statements. Things are moving towards the end of the month being complete. I want to see what you're going to do next. What's going to be the next complaint? Is it filling up your pockets too fast? You don't have enough places to spend it? What are you going to be complaining about next? Not to say you're complaining. But anyway, that's where we are. I wanted, just to touch on those things tonight. Tomorrow, what I need from everybody, because we're going to do the live load for those who I asked to bring some people in and go through the sign up process. I want you guys to experience how it is to sign somebody up, what it feels like to make that process happen. Now, I told everyone, and I'm going to continue it for as long as I can, that I will put up 100 if you put up the 149. Okay? That'll get you in. That'll get you in the game. That'll get you rolling. 30 days from there, it's $150, provided we don't launch, but I don't see that happening, especially after the news today. And we start putting people in 2 at a time. I want you to experience it, 1, and 2, when you take part in something, you kind of take ownership. It's not just something, oh, I just want to join. Okay, what are you joining? Okay, all you heard was $5,000 or $9,000. That's all you heard? What's the process to get it? What do we need to do? Do we need to come to a call? Do we have to understand how it works? Do we need to take the transmission out of the car before we go to Walmart? No. But you do need to follow instructions. You do need to slow down and type. If you have to type with an ink pen or a pencil with the eraser so it don't slip off, and hit 1 letter at a time. You want to turn this information in correct, because I personally, and the people that are helping me, are not, I repeat, not going to stop and fix it for you. You will be put off to the side until the 30th of every month. So you come in, all that, I know how to type and just clickety click, okay? You can clickety click and sit off to the side for 30 days and miss all kinds of blessing. Or you can take your time, proofread, check it, put what's requested in these boxes, because I'm telling you, I don't know where you live, so I can't fix your address. I don't know your email address because you created it. I didn't. I don't know your phone number because you're not in my phone. So it's up to you. These boxes and things that are requested of you are requested for a reason. You put in the wrong information, you're hurting yourself. So there's no excuse, because I have said this several times. No excuse. There should not be anybody in that box, but I know it's going to be some in there. I already know it. And they'll sit and wait for 30 days. Now, I want to make sure that we're clear on the 2 positions that you will receive from a promise delivered. I have to get with the programmer to figure out how that's actually going to work. Because when you do that, when you get to the 4th grade and you apply for that voucher, it's going to have to be a virtual card that's going to automatically catch $398. that will have an expiration. It'll have this, that, and the other. However he has to do it, each person, when they click on that, should get that access to spend those funds right then and there. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to figure it out. If you don't have a jump start position, which is what we did 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago now, because people are starting to pay the 150, so it's almost a month, so 30 days. If you don't have one of those positions, you will only have 2 positions with Team Royal. If you are with that company before, and you will only know the name of the company after you join, because I cannot nor will I use their information. It is a partnership. And with partnerships, you sign paperwork to say, I'm not going to use your information on my website. I'm going to respect your website to not use it on any of my reels. But once the person joins, you will know who the company is, or once you see it, you'll know who they are. It's not a hide thing, it's a respect thing. And my pet peeve is respect. I told the owner of the company, I said, even though I have this this appreciation position in the company, that they look to me, that they want me to have whatever I want. That's what the last call that I had, they gave me a whole training course. They gave me, they want me to teach all of the other company, almost said it myself, the other company, how to do what I do. That's why I picked 5 people to copy me and become me. I want to see how well I teach the 5 of you before I go off in their company trying to teach other folks. You see what I'm saying? There's a reason why I do things. Now you know why I chose to pick 5. If I can teach 5 to be me, I can teach anybody to do it. It's really not that hard. It's a lot of data entry and keeping up with stuff and having people following instructions. One last thing before I go into questions and answers is, going forward, if you are a member of a Promise Delivered or Team Royal, mostly a Promise Delivered, I have 2 requirements. Number 1, wherever you go, any web thing you get on, webinar or whatever, you represent, like you heard everyone coming on the call, your name, a Promise Delivered when it launches. Right now it's Team Royal, because that's rolling. Once a Promise Delivered is launched, that's going to be your intro. Even if it's a call about dishware, when you get on there, shoot our name out there. You'll say 2 names, a Promise Delivered, Team Royal. People are going to start saying, why do you keep saying that? What is that? Bing! New family member. When you get on any call with Team Royal, the actual company, because you're going to get emails to go to events, I want you guys to show up. If I put out, I'm going to such and such, I need 50 to 100 of y'all there, I need you there. When we come into place, there's going to be certain things given to everybody that goes to any event. I'm not going to give it away yet. Certain things will be given to all the participants. When we show up, we're going to show out. But the 2 things I want, that was the one, when you get on any webinar, announce yourself and back yourself up with the company that's supporting you. The second thing, I need you to check your spam mail. That's your new inbox. If you don't check your spam, you are not right. Because for some odd reason, this mail service that I'm using is still sending stuff to spam, especially a link. I may have to change provider. I'll probably go with MailChimp and see how they do. We'll have to wait and see. But check your inbox and then check your spam. Because a promise delivered, listen to me, is going to send an email periodically throughout the week with extra emails. These emails will have timers on them. If the timer runs out on that email, you will not be able to open it. It's going to be like Get Smart. I don't know, I'm probably aging myself. If you ever watched that movie Get Smart, and he had the little tape recorder thing, he had to listen to it as soon as he did it, start smoking, self-destruct. It was on a couple things. But anyway, my point is this. Don't miss your emails, because there's going to be a lot of things in those emails. And if you don't get it, guess who does? Breadbasket. That should tell you right there what it is. Check your spam. Now, if you're on a flight going from here to Italy, you still have you can get a text. You could be able, I think you can check your email now on the airplane. So that's no longer an excuse. Check your emails. Check the spam. All right? I will record the first 3 minutes of Q&A. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand. You can do that down in the reaction button. There's a little smiley face with the star over the top of his head. You can click raise your hand. Do not just open your call and your phone and start talking. That is very destructive, disruptive, and I don't like it. I will call you. All right. So let me put my peepers on so I don't mess up everybody's name. Michael.
First of all, I want to say we are being blessed with abundance. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Mentabo. First question I have two of them. If we're going to be on this jump start, do we need to send you an email with that person if that person, for example, in my case, would be my wife? And second question, and you can answer both of them, can we place those anywhere in our downline to help our downline get their 3? That's part of being a team, but I wanted to run it by you.
Did y'all hear what he just said? Michael, say that one more time, please.
When we join Jumpstart, can we, I'll replay it as a question, can we use the person that we're signing up tomorrow or whenever it is underneath someone else in our downline? For example, I have my 3 already. Can I help to encourage part of my downline to help get their 3, which will help them and it still helps me?
There you go.
Teamwork.
That is it. Now you see why I'm doing what I do. It's starting to catch on. That's exactly what I want you to do, because that's what I'm doing. I very easily could have just took all of y'all and put you under me and made everything. I could have easily done that. But in order to have support, you have to give support. And that's exactly what I would like to see you do.
If you want to get what you want, help other people get what they need and want.
Absolutely.
And my first question was about the email. Do we have to send you 21-day help, or since it's my wife, I don't have to do that?
So here's the thing about what you guys are going to do Friday. What you just heard Michael do is repeat and duplicate me. That's what I'm doing for all of you. So when you sign these folks up, you have 2 options. the first option, you can sign them up directly under you if you don't have anybody. Or second option, you can duplicate what I'm doing and put those people under the ones under you. Some people say, well, that's giving my people away. My. Operative word, my. If you help those, they help you. They're still in your network. But you have just blessed somebody to possibly paying their light bill or getting some food for the babies or getting the tires changed, whatever it is. So you have an option. I'm not going to say that everyone has to do what Michael just said, but I'm glad it sank in far enough that one would be willing to duplicate what I've done. Because that's what I'm still doing and going to continue to do when we launch. I'm still going to receive, but all of you will too. That's the whole thing. That's it. Making sure everybody receives. Perfect. So everybody that's bringing someone in on Friday, you don't have to send an email. You're signing them up under yourself or the people under you, your choice. But what I do need from everybody,
The form.
is the Cash App or the Zelle so I can send 100. And then once you sign them up, yes, you have to put them on the return form. If you don't have the return form, please request it, or I'll put it on the website.
Thank you,
But
Montalvo.
you gotta have that. Thank you, Michael. That's exactly what I would like to see happen. Absolutely. Peter.
Montalvo, I've already viewed all your videos, and I just want to ask a question about the ones related to Team Royal specifically. I don't learn so much from videos as I do something that's written down or talking to somebody. So when we get that first position, before we get that, we have to request a link from you. Is that correct?
On the first one, yes.
Right, on the first one. And then after we get, then we sign up, and then do we sign the outside position immediately?
Yes, because it's $398 in that package.
Okay, so in the second one, we sign up directly under ourselves, send you the link, and then we also could sign up for the outside position. Is that the way that's gonna? Okay, that's all I want. Thank you.
And the written version will be under those videos on the website.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Janice.
Yes, sir. You mentioned the international banking conglomerate that we're tied into, and that they have a debit card, a crypto debit card. So does that mean that will be our debit card?
Oh, it's definitely going to be ours. Absolutely.
Okay, so then I don't have to go to another company and get a debit card. Thank you. I just needed to hear you say that.
You have the freedom to do both. I would recommend having multiple cards because you never know what could happen and you don't want to be stuck without a card and can't use it. So get one from somebody else, have one with a promise delivered and somebody else.
Well, just in case I don't have one from somebody else first, I can go ahead and get this one from this conglomerate immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're going to be pleasantly surprised. I can assure you that. All right. Dr. Jerry.
Thanks so much, Montalvo, Pastor D. Thank you so much, buddy. This has been a godsend. I'm so appreciative of it. Two things. Number one, you indicated that we need to send either the Cash App or the Zelle information so you can send that. So they would need to pay first and then get the reimbursement or the 100 from you. How does that
Right.
work?
So the reason why I'm doing it tonight, you guys can start sending that tonight to 21 Day Help. The reason why I'm doing that is because when you send it Zelle, they can use it right away. But if it's sent through Cash App, you gotta
Right. Wait,
you
yeah.
gotta bring it in and all that. It takes a day or so. So, yeah,
Okay, we can start sending that to you now then.
yes.
Okay. The second, you keep referencing the 5 as, have you made selection of them? Because have you, do those 5 know who they are? Or what have you? I don't want to,
Right.
try that.
Not yet.
Okay, you keep saying the 5, so I don't know if you had already made contact with those 5.
Not yet.
Okay, all right. So we're in good shape. I'm excited. I'm really excited about what's getting ready to happen, and thank you so very much. I'll send those
Absolutely.
Cash App. I know those Zales to you because I know that's fast.
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay. And
All
I'm
right.
paying, and I'm doing what the first person did. I don't have the 3 under me at this point. So obviously those first 3 will fall under my link,
Yes.
but I'm still doing the blessing. I'm paying it forward
All right now.
for
All
3
right.
persons to bless them. That's what I'm doing.
Perfect.
That's the concept.
That's the concept. That is it. We're going to keep it going. The actual company shut it off like on the 30th, but I like the way it made it available to so many people so quickly. I'm just going to keep it going.
Beautiful.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Jefferson, let me end this YouTube. Go ahead, Jefferson.
Agree. My question is, when we go into a promise to live, when we get to the 4th spot, we take the voucher to go to and do Team Royal one time. When we go back the second time and we decide not to take it, can we go back later and take that spot?
Yes, you can take it whenever you get back there again.
Okay. Okay.